Alright everyone, this is the video review of Seravee Gundam GNHW/B GN High Weapon/Beam or Type 2 Type B. I'm not sure what that really means. I could look it up later and I'll probably post it in the description if I ever do look it up. This shows you pictures. I like that beam effect right there. That's nice. And more things like so. Alright, first of all, before I even bring the Gundam in, there are a lot of extra parts. I believe these white parts right here, these, it looks like that, and these yellow ones are meant for the original Seravee. It gives you parts for both the original and the GNHW/B version of the Seravee Gundam. I really do want to throw it out or something, but I'm afraid I might need it in the future, so I will save them. Alright, and these pieces, these right here, I think that looks like this. Kind of a little claw looking piece. And this pretty nice gun. They belong to the Seraphim. You can upgrade the Seraphim. I will show you that in the instruction manual. Right here, it shows you how to put on pieces in the Seraphim. Right there, like add some pieces into like the piece of the Seraphim, and add pieces of the actual armor onto the Seraphim to make it correspond with the upgraded version. Although I don't think he used the Seraphim during the final battle when this armor mode appeared in. That's my guess, I guess. Wow, I have really bad vocabulary. Okay, so here is the Seravee right here, the GNHW/B version. Does look quite nice. It does have a Seravee backpack. You can do that. See these two little cheek pieces, you want to just bring them down. And you could have the face out like that. And you could coordinate these, which are actually very hindered because of the extra particle emitters, which are these blue bits, these teal bits. Let me just get these out of the way here. And these ball joints are very loose. It's kind of ridiculous. It's so very loose. Alright. It's supposed to look like that. And you can close that right back up. Looking at the overall mobile suit, his articulation is very much hindered because of all the armor. And I'm going to point out the new things. This is new. These two hip cannons are new. These are new, and these are new. That's about it, I think. The pieces here can be replaced with this, I think. And these yellow pieces, they go inside the arm here. So let's pull that off. They go inside us, like this slot that's inside the arm, right in there. But since I do not have the original Seravee, I have no idea how to put that on, and I don't intend to put it on. so that kind of works. So yeah, he has new stuff. The articulation, his head goes forward and backwards, like does this kind of motion. It turns all the way around, but it is very hindered because of the cannons. His arms will rotate all the way around. They will go in and out that far. And he has double jointed elbows, and he has wrist articulation, which let him actually touch his own shoulder like that. So he has kind of like a double jointed wrist too, like ball jointed wrist here, and they hinge there. He also has double waist articulation. Here's a joint here, here, and up there. Alright, I'm going to try to point that out. Alright, so there's a joint right there, and there's a joint right there. This red piece, the two red pieces are two different joints. And of course they can move around and do stuff, but then they're hindered because of they barely move because of this and the backpack. His legs will go out that far, and his knees pretty much bend a lot compared to how big they are, and they do wiggle forward and back kind of. Here you can see that. And his ankles, they move, and this one looks very weird. Alright, there's a bit of a problem. This piece is angled in a very weird way. Yeah, and his ankles, as I was saying, his ankles move back and forth, side to side, and all of that good stuff. Right. Now he does come with the GN Bazooka too, which he was just holding. That was the two-part mode. You could connect them together like that, and then you want to flip these black pieces inwards like that, making it kind of like the Virtue Bazooka, Bazooka 1, and you want to flip away this one there, and you have the handle and another handle, which you could have him hold there. Alright. Hold it. Okay. But then, of course, there are these stupid cannons in the way, which I can remove, but I really won't, because of how it's supposed to be. But that looks nice. Another thing is, these guns, they do open up, they flip out. The knee guns, like so. Flip that back. And its face burst mode now has extra particles by flipping out these little bits, and that will emit particles, and you've got to fold this down too, and you can have like a giant GN field. Yep, that's about it for the Seravee. No real complaints except the limited articulation. Well, that is to be expected because of how much stuff he has. But overall, not bad. I really do suggest this if you're a Gundam 00 fan, or if you just like Gundam. And just in case you're wondering, I have not panel lined this yet. That's why it is so bland. I probably will right after this video. And oh, before I leave, I forgot to mention in my last video some features of the Shining Gundam. I think I didn't mention that his shoulders go like this, really far in, far forward. And for his accessories, he actually does include another hand. Just give me some time here. Alright, sorry about that. He does include another hand that has a thumbs up. And he has a beam saber hand, which is actually different from the Burning Gundam's hand. It's held in the opposite hand, and the beam saber looks a little different. So it's not just a recycled piece. But this is out of here. Yeah, I recommend that you get the Seravee. Just the disappointing things are that just these cannons, you really just don't help anything at all. And another thing is, it didn't come with this Seraphim. I was really expecting that they would include the Seraphim in here, since it's a little more expensive than the actual Seravee, but of course not. Yeah. When I do get the Seraphim, I probably will do a tutorial on, or like a little showing of how to put on these pieces. Right here. Although I really don't think you should, because I don't think it has ever appeared in the show. But yeah, and these things are very loose. If you just see here. Oh, and the backpack is detachable, so you can actually attach an actual Seraphim. You see how loose that is? Alright, but yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Keep a lookout for more Gundam reviews, because, you know, I have a lot of Gundams from the Anime Festival. Yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you. Wow, that looks very awkward. What is with this? Alright, yeah, it's kind of hard to get this guy perfect, because he's just really bad at getting posed right. Alright, yeah. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next reviews. Goodbye.